Have you ever wondered how people in the old days used to preserve their vegetables without having a fridge? So, this is what I'm going to do today. I'll be harvesting vegetables and I'll be showing you step by step on how to preserve vegetables without using a fridge. So, hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, if this is your type of content, farming, life in the countryside, village life, simple living, slow living, you're in the right place. So, please like this video, comment, and do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So, before I go and start harvesting, I just want to check on my bananas. So when you're growing your bananas, you're supposed to remove the flower after it has started, after it has finished with the flowering. You're supposed to remove the flower so that the plant can concentrate on developing a healthy fruit, and that is what I'm doing. So I have had some countries that eat that flower, but here in my home, or me personally, I have never tasted that, and we do not eat it here. So we do not feed on it. And so maintaining a banana is very important and key, just removing that. And if it has not fully developed or mature on developing the banana, please do not cut it like this one. I will not cut it right now. I will cut it later. So January and February is always one of our hottest months here in Kenya. So most of the time you'll see farms are very dry and crops are very dry. But luckily I still have some fresh maize. So what I'm going to do today is just harvest a lot of fresh maize, especially almost all the fresh maize in the farm, so that I can store them. I can cook the fresh maize and store them. So today I'll be also storing a lot of fresh maize that we are going to be using for githeri for the next, I think, a month. Because githeri is a very common food here. We eat githeri, we eat fresh maize with githeri. We also eat fresh maize in making mokimo. Mokimo is just pounded Irish potatoes with a green maize or fresh maize and some pumpkin leaves. So green maize is very important to have here. So that's what I'm going to do. Then later on, I'll be harvesting some vegetables. And nothing goes to waste here in our farm. I'll be using the maize stalks to mulch my vegetables. Maize stalks are very important. So we use maize stalks to make compost manure, and sometimes we also use maize stalks to mulch other crops. Especially right now, it is during the dry season, so crops or the ground tends to be very hot. So when you mulch your crops, it will be very easy for the ground to retain water and also to have moisture on the ground. as a farmer, plant. Just plant. You never know. Oh, it's heavy. Like this. When I learned about planting my uh, crops or vegetables in phases, that was the best thing to ever know about, because I'm always sure that when I have this vegetable that is maturing, there's always another vegetable that is still growing, some that I'm still planting. Or so here in my farm I have vegetables in phases. So these are the cowpeas. So because it is very dry right now, I do not want them to become a little bit tougher and hard. So what I'll be doing, I'll just be trimming them down. I'm using a knife just to make my work easier, but I was supposed to just tip with my hands. But if I water these cowpeas for only 1 week, they are going to remove some more shoots. That is just the beauty or the advantages of tipping or trimming or plucking your vegetables, especially these indigenous. I think I've said that several times here in my channel about just trimming or plucking your vegetables. They tend to remove other shoots. So here in our farm, we do purely organic farming. So that means we use what we have to make our own homemade fertilizer. I also make my own liquid fertilizer, but during the dry season, it is not recommended to use the liquid fertilizer. In my past videos, I've shown you how to make liquid fertilizer. It is very simple. Just take your kitchen waste from the tomatoes, the onions, the oranges, and put them in a bucket. Put some clean water, preferably rainwater or borehole water, and then pour it inside in that kitchen waste, and then cover it. Leave it for some time, a week, or the more it stays the better. But before you use it, always make sure that you mix it or dilute that liquid with clean water, rainwater or borehole water, and then use it in your farm. If you want to know more about how to make liquid fertilizer, I'm going to pin in my description here on that video that I made. I made it a long time ago about how to make homemade fertilizer. So I'm going to pin it down so that you can watch it keenly and understand how to do it. So I still have this other section. Today I'm just concentrating on harvesting the cowpeas. So the first cowpeas that I harvested were the oldest here in my farm. So I'm headed here that I have more cowpeas that I need to harvest, and then I'll head on to two section, then harvest, and then that's when I'm going to now start drying them. And I'm going to show you step by step. So the first step is always harvest your vegetables. It doesn't matter how you harvest them. You can decide to uproot, or you can decide just to pluck or uh, pick the tip of the vegetable. And my kids here are the ones that they are going to be removing the maize from the cob so that I can start boiling immediately I come from the farm. So this part of the farm, because it has a lot of shade, so during the raining season, because it rained a lot from around mid-December to 1st December. So most of the leaves burnt down, but some survived. So the ones that survived are the ones that I'm cutting and trimming them down. So if I'm going to water, because I'll be watering, we always water here our vegetables 3 times a week, which is reasonable. So during dry season, we do that. And also this whole area, it always has a lot of shade because there are so many trees on this side. That's why I have planted so many vegetables on this part of the land. So you can also tell me in the comment section, so how do you preserve your vegetables in your country or in your area? Because I know there might be different ways of preserving vegetables in your area or in your country. So you can let me know in your comment section, because this is something I learned from my mother. So anytime she would send vegetables to someone who lives far, she will just dry the vegetables and then send them to the wherever place the package is going. So this is something, and she always loved to eat preserved vegetables or dried vegetables that have stayed for a longer. So, have you ever tried to cook or eat dried vegetables? So, you can also let me know in the comment section, because I know it might be common to someone, especially those who live in the Europe. I always see online people have carried dried vegetables, and also some shops in the western parts of the world, that sell also dried vegetables, and that is what I'm going to do today. So the first thing I'm doing is just to try and wash them, because washing them is very important. Before you dry them, just wash your vegetables. And I'm not going to pluck the leaves. I'll just wash them immediately, and then later on, that's when I'm going to sort them if there is grass or there is any other a crop that I harvested with them. So washing them, especially if it is during the rainy season, please do not forget to wash them, just to have clean vegetable and preventing it to have a soil inside. So this is the easiest and the simplest and the most economical way to preserve your vegetable by just drying using our sun. So African sun is very hot, so I know it will not take longer. You're not supposed to completely dry it, because they are going to break into smaller pieces or become even powder. So I'll be showing you how you're supposed to remove them from the sun, when you're supposed to remove them, so that they do not dry completely. And the remaining water, I'm just going to water my gooseberries here. I've seen one of the gooseberries have started flowering, and I just planted the other day. So there's one of my subscriber who wanted the seeds. I think maybe I'm going to check in the market to see. And also, if you're interested to get to, if you want the gooseberries, that subscriber wanted the gooseberry seeds, you can check my email and then email me immediately, and we will get in touch. So this is after 1 hour of drying. You're supposed to keep on turning your vegetables so that they dry faster. The faster the better, and they will also retain the nutrients. I had somebody who said that if you dry your vegetables, they do not retain the nutrients, but I think they're just the same. They remain just the same with the same nutrients. So also the maize, the kids tried. I also helped them out to remove the maize from the cob. So what I'll be doing right now is just go and cook them, and then after they are fully cooked, I will now store them. So our maize, I'm going to cook the maize in my outdoor kitchen because it will cook faster. And right now it is during the dry season. So here in the village, firewood is readily and easily available. Especially me, I have a lot of trees, so I'll have a lot of firewood. So as my maize is cooking, I'll be checking our cowpeas leaves, our vegetable, to see if they are dry, and then store them. So now the secret about drying your vegetables is to just keep on turning them Anytime you see the upper part has dried a little bit, you turn it. So that is just the secret of drying your vegetables. It is very simple, very economical. If you're a farmer and you love planting or growing your own vegetables and you have plenty of them in your farm, this is the best way to preserve your vegetables other than just leaving them in the farm to spoil. Let me now check our vegetables, and you can realize that even the sound has changed right now. So I think this is now okay to be removed outside, or you can now put it under a shade. So when you touch the vegetable and you feel like they're fully dried, not very dry, you can now decide to remove the stalks or the sticks, and then remain with just the leaves like what you see right now. So this is our complete dried vegetables. Very nice. It can stay for very long. It depends with how you store it in your house or the container that you're going to use. Also, our maize, it is fully cooked and ready. And that is it for us today. I hope you have learned something about preserving your vegetables. If you have so much vegetables in your farm, it is the easiest and the simplest way to preserve your vegetables. So thank you so much for watching. If you have watched this video till the end, thank you so much. Be blessed. You're truly amazing. And I will see you in my next video. It's bye bye.